And you're good.
All right. Last one, guys. Meeting 23. Welcome to everybody online and in person. We do have a quorum. I think we have. So let's go ahead. I just want to review the agenda, which is nothing more than our vote tonight. So I just need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Then secondly, review and approve the minutes from the last meeting that has been posted online. So I just need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve
And
that.
a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Aye.
The only item tonight is to do a final report review to the extent we need to. And
585 pages.
I know. And I'm going to turn it over to Linda because there have been a couple things going on during the day that I think have been all taken care of.
Do you mind if I just do something really quickly before I share the report?
Go right ahead.
Okay, so on behalf of myself and the county executive, I would like to present you all with a certificate of recognition for your hard work over the past 23 months and to really thank you truly from the bottom of my heart, all the hard work that virtually and in person you all did. When you think about it, 23 meetings over 12 months plus 2 public hearings is an incredible amount of work. We were turning stuff over every 2 weeks, which is a lot of work when you think about it. And you all did a tremendous effort. And as you said, Mrs. Jones, the document was 500 plus pages. Now, I know a lot of that was presentations, but those presentations were also put together by people, whether it was staff, from planning and zoning, outside agencies, outside of county government. We had our state agencies come in, other counties come in and give us presentations.
That's a lot of information.
It was a lot of information and a lot of work. So thank you all for digesting that. I mean, we just had to put it together, but this committee reviewed it, took it in, understood it, and put it into motion with your thoughtfulness, digesting it and putting it into motions that created this report. So the body of the report's 23 pages, but all of that supplemental material went into making the decision. So thank you all so much for truly your active participation. And for those of you online, thank you so much for your commitment and attending meetings. And we had really high attendance.
Yes.
And I truly, really appreciate it. I could not have done this without you all. And I also want to give a special thanks to our unsung hero, Lisa Kenny, for all of her hard work. Lisa helped me post the agendas, get all of the technical glitches out of the way, do all the things that she needed to do to help me run this. Because honestly, it was a 2-woman show in the background of all of this. So thank you all for your grace in giving us, the support that we needed, and for Lisa getting everything out that I needed to get out at the last minute many times because I'm like hurrying, doing other things. So I appreciate all of her help and support through this effort. And thank you for the flowers. Really,
Thank you
really
very
special.
much. Yeah.
Truly appreciate it. So thank you all so very much.
Thank you for everything you did.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't look, it was an easy group to work with, to be honest. You guys were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So as Todd said, we did have some edits that came in. So this is the final front page of the document. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in as we go through. So Ms. Markovitz had a couple of edited suggestions, which I've incorporated since receiving the document, and those had to do with the executive summary. So I'm just going to scroll down. I have them highlighted here. So now I'm going to go to page width so you can see these a little bit better. So the first had to do with the premium payment. And one of the edits that she had suggested is instead of just having the maximum charge that could be paid by square foot, to also have a minimum or a base premium payment per square foot. So what I did was I took the $8.15, which is the current surcharge without the soup being applied, and applied the new base premium payment, and that $9.28 cents is based on the new minimum that was voted on and approved across all three tiers. So if you recall, the last motion that was taken at the last meeting was setting a standard for the base payment. So that is with the new base. And I explained that later on, but this was the appropriate place to put that payment.
Yeah.
So Ms. Markovitz, does that suffice for what you were thinking in your recommendation for an edit?
Yeah, in that sentence. Yeah, thank you.
And then again, kind of explaining it further here, tying into that, this other highlighted portion, if only the elementary school is overcrowded. So this is an already existing sentence tying into what you had said. The SOUP would be limited to that tiers minimum payment based on the committee's recommendation of creating a minimum if only one school type is over capacity in the district. So this ties in with what you had said earlier of clarifying that we did make a motion for a minimum payment to be applied for the tiers as the base.
Looks great. Thanks.
Okay.
I have
Yes.
a recommendation on that one. The last term where it says,
Oh.
if only one school type is over capacity in the district,
Uh-huh.
the district is the entire county.
True.
So
Oh,
change
okay.
I think it should be tier, I think. Yeah.
Tier or region,
Mhm.
something that
Yeah,
counts
in the tier.
why,
Yeah.
why it's getting that.
In projects, in the project area.
Yeah, project.
Attendance area.
Yeah.
I think it's the attendance area would be more
Varies,
appropriate. Thank you for that clarification. Okay, and then I think I think that was it. I think those kind of covered. Was there something else I'm missing, Lisa? Thank you. There were four things, but they were kind of tied interchangeably. We had two for Mr.
Oh,
Casagrande.
there was one at the beginning where it said the APFO was
I did fix
created or
that.
something like
Sorry,
that.
yes, I took that out. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And then the last thing was on recommendation 23, but I think you pretty much covered that, like you said, with adding that other sentence. So that's
Yes,
fine.
I did take that out. I took that sentence
that's-
out.
Yeah, that's all. So then, yes, my suggested edits have been addressed. Thank you.
Yeah, the existing APFO, so right here, I'm sorry, I had it highlighted. The existing APFO uses 3 tests to evaluate the development proposal. I took out that portion and said that had been created, so right here. That's not highlighted on the computer. Okay. I'm not sure what's that, but this, can you see my cursor?
Mhm.
This is that sentence that you had recommended taking that part out. Where it said, as required in the general plan.
I think it was further up.
It was in the executive summary.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
for
go further up. Sorry.
As far up as it goes.
There it is. It says.
There it is. It's the second paragraph, I think. Let me just look real quick again.
Yeah, that's the one you pointed out.
The existing APFO uses a
that's it.
system of 3 tests to evaluate development proposals.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think maybe you already took it out. It said it
Yeah,
was
that's what I said.
created
No, I took it
to
out.
something. I think
No, I
I
took
think
it
it's
out
just
already.
already gone. So yeah, okay,
Yep, it
thanks. That's
is.
why I don't see it. All right, thanks. Yeah,
Created
yeah.
to align, so I took that section out. I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
Got it. No,
My
I
lady
hear you.
somehow popped off.
Thank you.
And then the only other thing I added for more clarity was because of that last motion, I believe we needed some clarifying language. So we also need to add in from tonight, how many people attended the meeting.
I already
just
did that.
for a completed record. And then, regarding the final motion, sorry for my scrolling. I just wanted to clarify in the final recommendation, really what that meant. So I hope I categorized it correctly. So I wanted to add, so for instance, this motion would set the new minimum soup payment factor in instances where there's only one premium factor that needs to be applied because only one of the three school types, I should say, is above the threshold percentage. So the new soup percentages are, and then I calculated what those would be. Is that correct in how it was to be applied? I think, Lisa, you and Paul were the ones that, Paul made the motion and you seconded the motion. Is that the intent? I just want to make sure I categorize the explanation because it was a little confusing just in the recommendation as it stood on its own without context of what it meant.
I'm not sure what the last sentence figures represent because I believed that the new minimums were for each tier and they were
That is-
half of the maximum of that tier. So like tier one maximum will be 20%. I mean, minimum, sorry, minimum would be 20% versus the maximum of 40. So like whatever the maximums are for each tier, the minimums are half of that.
Those are half of the total premium payment. The percentages
Oh, so
of,
you're taking how much the, wait. Say that again? What are you saying?
yes,
It's half
these
of
are-
what?
these are half of the premium payments. These are half of the highest. of the
Okay,
each-
so instead of saying 20% of the base of the surcharge as an overage, you're taking 20%.
I took half of the
She
high.
took 50% of the maximum soup payment of the three tiers and just did the.
But it's
numbers.
not half of the largest one, it's half of the maximum of the tier.
That's
So like
exactly
you can
what that
still,
is.
you're still
Exactly.
adding them up and
Payment,
then
that's what
saying,
it says.
what's the minimum? You know what I mean?
Right, this is half of the maximum of each of the tier.
Cause that's what it says in the recommendation, 50% of the maximum soup payment for each three tiers. That's what it says.
Right, because, but I'm just don't understand what these numbers are, because each tier's maximum is 20, I mean,
me show
40,
you.
60, and 120, right? Or 80, 40, 80, and 120, what is it again? Whatever the maximums are, it's half of that.
It's 18.3, whatever.
So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna pull up on my screen
Okay.
what it,
Yeah, thank you, sorry.
You wanna say that louder so she can hear?
It's just 1.5 times the premium that's listed as the soup. So in tier one elementary, it's 18.46. The 50% is 9.22. If you add them together, it's 27.68.
And that's why she's got the 27 there for tier number
It's
one.
1.5.
That is the
times-
number.
It's 1.5 times 18.46, 1.5 times 9.23.
it's
What?
not these numbers here, it's not the 40, 80, 120.
Right, no, it's not that.
It's of the highest tier here individually.
Paul, can you say what your recollection was of what was moved and passed? Because my recollection is that we didn't say each one was going to just have a minimum of each one. We were saying that each tier would be bumped, like say you're at 923, you'd be bumped to 20. You know what I mean? And if you had any others, it wouldn't be irrelevant because they add to more than 20. If you had just 18, you'd be 20. If you had 12, you'd be 20. If you had 9, you'd be 20. But if you had 2 of the 3, it would be irrelevant what the minimum is because it's more than 20. So what we were looking at each tier was saying the minimum is half the maximum of the total, not of each one.
I would agree that that's what we envisioned in the motion that was made. In reading the words that are there, I can understand how it's interpreted the way that it is. It's at this point, my sense is that the county council is going to have to figure that one out.
Yeah, that's very true, but I
Don't
just
worry
wanted you
about
to
it.
know what I was thinking and what I thought it was saying even.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
worry about it at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Answer. Material. Very material.
27 versus 20.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But you know what?
Material.
It was controversial when it was discussed 2 weeks ago.
Voted on is that.
Mhm. Yes. I assume. it's
Okay.
sticking. Yeah, I don't think we're changing anything. Was there anything else? Any other changes?
No,
That was
that,
it?
I mean, that was the final change.
Mhm.
And this was the explanation of then how the change was interpreted,
Mhm.
because that's how the motion read.
Right. I don't disagree with you.
Well, the way to deal with it is take out that explanation and let the county council figure it out.
Just take it out.
That's what I'd recommend.
Me too.
Yeah.
Would it make sense to just take that out, but put it as an end note, and label the end note as context or example,
No,
rather than completely take it out?
I'd take it out altogether because once it's in
Yeah,
there, that's
The
what they're
example, I
saying.
think, is really confusing.
Fair.
Well,
I would make a motion to take.
yeah,
it
that's,
out.
I mean, I don't,
I don't think we need a motion.
no, no, because I had it in myself.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was helpful to have an
So you can take it.
explanation, so if I'm
I understand
thinking in
your
those
thought
terms,
Yeah.
then just FYI,
And
that's,
it's Paul's motion and Lisa's
Yeah.
second, so.
and if that's how they
They
did
take
it.
it out.
So I think, it might be helpful, even just if you want to shoot me an email, just so when I go to council, or when we do go to council, and if you'd like to participate, I think what your thoughts were when that motion was made might be helpful for them to understand. That's all I'm going to say then.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll take out the explanation then.
At a minimum, if this gets legislated, it has to go through a financial review. And
Yes, then that'll be what, how
Would be
council.
in there, but whether or not it's user friendly is not required. So,
No, that is, I'm trying to be user friendly.
plus, after the fact, to actually make a more common sense guide with examples and recommendations.
Just trying to be helpful, and then I'm like, I'm not quite sure. So, well, that was my going out there on a limb. And that was the only other addition that I made. So is there anything else?
That's what I was gonna say, for anybody that's attending, any other thoughts or comments that we need to address, or do we just go to our vote now?
And would you all
This is
like
a
to see-
really great job, Linda. Don't apologize for anything. You've done an enormous amount of very appreciated work.
I think we're ready to go.
I would like to do a roll call vote, just and have everyone take
Yep,
an
absolutely.
official final motion saying that, this is how we're gonna,
I agree.
how we do this. We can add that into our combined motions, and they have that for the record. So this will be vote 51. On 23. Okay.
And this is a yes or no vote on the report itself.
So I need someone to make a motion.
I would make a
Motion is
motion.
to approve the report as written.
Thank you. I'll second that.
Any discussion? Let's vote.
And so, who made that? Paul? Made
Yes.
the motion?
Give me the motion. To approve the report as it's written.
All right, hold on, sorry. I should have my sheet ready. Okay, here we go. All right, Mr. Otterburn,
Yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Casagrande,
Yes.
Mr. Crossley's not here, Mr. Domu,
Yes.
Mr. Essen is not here. Mr. Glykoff?
Absolutely.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Lovelace?
No aspersions to the people or the process, but this fundamentally does not address adequacy, so no.
Mr. Lubley?
Yes.
Ms. Mallow is not here. Ms. Markovitz?
Yes, and I just want to thank everyone again. I think we all have a lot of different viewpoints, but we have the same goal at heart, and I think everyone was really productive and professional. And thank you to the staff at the county too for doing such a great job.
Our pleasure. Ms. Pantano?
Yes.
Mr. Scher?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes.
And this passes 11-1. Yay!
Wow.
All right. So now the next steps are that I will forward this to the county executive and to the county council. As soon as we make these additional changes, it'll be posted on our webpage. That'll probably be the best one. Probably what we'll do is we'll do it in 2 parts on the webpage, almost like we did HOCO by design. So that way it'll be easy to get to everything for everyone. And that's where also you'll be able to get your copy. So when we send it, we'll send links to everything. So we'll do that in the next day or so and get that out to everyone. And so you all have also met your legislative obligation. And thank you all so much for all of your hard work. I know this started off as not an easy process. I'm really proud of the consensus everyone came to.
I think we did really well.
So too. And I hope
Very good
that
outcome.
everyone hope you had a better experience than you did last time, Ms. Markovitz and Mr. Lovelace, with how the collaboration worked with the team. I think it was really great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
May I
Thank you.
ask next steps or timelines, because a lot of people are going to be very
Yeah.
interested how this proceeds.
No, so we're going to go ahead and finalize the additional edits, put in the changes from this evening, and we're going to go ahead and forward it to the county executive and county council. And that it'll be up to them at what they decide to do with making any legislative actions.
So they haven't set a timeline yet.
Not to my knowledge. I think they're waiting to get the report from you all. And then at which time, when we're being called up to give any testimony or have a work session, I would probably ask you all to participate and they may even ask you personally to say, hey, you're a part of this. I appointed you. I would like you to come and talk. So I can envision that happening as well from county council. But that will be held in their process once we forward it to them.
Good.
Yeah.
So we need to call for adjournment.
Let's adjourn. Motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn
All
our
in
final
favor?
meeting and say thank you to everybody. It was so nice meeting you all and getting to know you all, and thanks. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Hi. Take care.
Thank
Good
you.
to meet all of you. Cheers.
Thank you for
Have a
Take
great
care.
rest of your summer, everybody. Thanks.
Thanks,
Take
everyone.
care.
Bye. Thanks,
everyone.
the one that you never made. Hold on.
Reminder side. Speed. Turn on to get the home center.
Yeah, he sent me a message, so the NGO.
All right. Thank you all so much. It's such a pleasure.